Caitlin Clark and
I'm a fan.
Angel Reese, right?
Yeah.
They're going back and
I'm a
forth.
fan of
And Jamil Hill says by the time Angel Reese is done, she's going to be the Michael Jordan of WNBA.
She said about Angel Reese?
She said Angel Reese, by the time she retires, can you pull up this quote? She said, by the time she retires, she will be the
Stephen A. Smith just delivered a reality check to Angel Reese, and the impact was impossible to miss. This wasn't some scripted downfall out of a Netflix series, it was raw and real. Reese made a move that instantly set the internet buzzing with disbelief. Think the drama ends when the final buzzer sounds. Not even close. Stephen A. didn't just speak his mind, he set the stage on fire. The question now, what exactly did Angel do to spark all this?
About black and white, it's about that white player and that black player. Why? Because of the history that they had before they came to the WNBA. You see, it was all instigated. If Angel Reese was never in Caitlin Clark's face, taunting her the way that she did when they mimicking what Caitlin Clark was doing to numerous opponents en route to the Final Four. And then Angel Reese and LSU bust their living, you know what, at that particular moment in time. And Angel Reese was in her face chirping at her the way that she did, it would have never gotten
4 points. That's all. Angel Reese put up a grand total of 4 as if she was rationing buckets on purpose, perched atop her mountain of rebounds. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark was parked on the bench, iced up like a sports drink commercial come to life, half wrapped in ice, half wrapped in hope. The stage was set, the ball was in Reese's hands, the spotlight couldn't have been brighter, and yet the box score whispered, underwhelming. Want to see her next misstep? Drop "Fire the Baby Giraffe" in the comments. Let's run it.
This was not rivalry. Not when you lose about 35 points on opening.
That's true.
It's not rivalry. Indiana Fever's on a different level than Chicago Sky. Let's get that out the way. Secondly, as much as we love Angel Reese because she is special, she's not Caitlin Clark as a player. Caitlin Clark is on a different level. We just have to own it.
Sure, she pulled down 12 rebounds. And to her, they're gold, like swiping free Chick-fil-A meals with every grab. But rebounds without points? That's just stacking participation ribbons. It's like she sees double-digit scoring as hard labor. The WNBA handed her the perfect chance to step up, and she basically shrugged it off. To Angel, scoring looks less like a responsibility and more like a luxury item, nice if you've got it, relevant if you don't.
Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. The game was a blowout as the Fever beat down Chicago 3-58 with Clark's triple-double leading the way. But the biggest headline coming out of the game on Saturday is the investigation the WNBA is conducting into allegations of hateful fan comments directed at Angel Reese. It happened after this play when...
You know it's a bad night when even the broadcast crew is out here running damage control. Well, she contributed elsewhere. Elsewhere? What, with a guest spot on a reality show? She spent the game jogging in circles, in sneakers that haven't sniffed the rim since her college days. At one point, the camera caught her glazed over, like she was auditioning for a spin-off, The Real Stat Hoarders of the WNBA, where numbers don't matter as long as you serve the look.
Reese, part 38, let's get it!
Life throws her lemons, she makes bricks.
Bang!
PSA to anyone watching, she is right-handed. Right-handed, by the way. She missed the rim by 3 feet, man.
Bang!
I gotta say, this is my favorite summer sitcom. Pecan? Butter pecan?
Bang!
Here's a stat. She's been blocked 20 times, and she's only made 21 hoops.
What? Bang!
You know it's a rough night when even...
Angel used to walk in with swagger for days, lashes flawless, nails sharp, hair laid to perfection. Confidence was never the issue. But that 4-point showing? It screamed, "I peaked in college," loud enough to echo through the NCAA archives. This isn't the long-awaited Bayou Barbie takeover. It's starting to feel like Desperate Housewives of the WNBA, Angel swirling a lonely glass of Pinot, wondering, where'd everybody go? Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, double-teamed, shoved, and iced within an inch of her knees, still racks up points, dimes, and deep threes like she's hooping in her backyard. She doesn't just show up, she shows out. Angel had the stage, the spotlight, the MIC, and still managed to drop the ball.
You got people that are resentful towards her. but it's really not about her, guys. It's about what she represents. Before she ever came along, there were a lot of outstanding basketball players who happened to be black females that was doing their thing on the WNBA level.
Yeah, 12 rebounds look like hustle on paper, but rebounds don't equal impact. You can muscle out 3 defenders, grab the ball, and still clang your own shot off the front rim. Angel was out there collecting boards like Pokemon cards, gotta catch them all, only to stash them away and never play the game.
Racial animus that was thrown in the direction of Angel Reese. The Chicago Sky have gotten involved, talking about they're going to protect their players at all costs. The NWNBA has issued a statement saying it abhors any kind, etc., etc. Your thoughts about it? Here's the WNBA statement. The WNBA strongly condemns racism, hate, and discrimination in all forms. They have no place in our league or in society. We are aware of the allegations and are looking into the matter. Your thoughts about that element of all of this, where you believe it emanates?
The whispers are getting louder, the same ones saying Angel once dared to compare herself to Michael Jordan. But this isn't a high school pep rally. If you're not scoring, you're not playing. Right now, Angel's biggest contributions are her sideline runway looks and keeping the bench warm. That's not exactly MVP behavior. And if her minutes keep shrinking, she might want to call her stylist before she calls the stats coach.
The thing to think on. I think when you go back to the impetus of the rivalry that we have between Caitlyn and Angel Reese, I remember funny clips on the internet.
Diabolical stat, she's 19 of 59 from less than 5 feet away. How about that, man? Bang! She should work in housekeeping for hotels because she could turn it over quickly. Lost by 27, scored only 4 points against the Indiana Fever. I mentioned no Caitlin Clark, no problem, give and go. Like a given no shot of working. Bang!
You prefer car or plane?
Car or plane for what? For how you want to travel! That's too many steps.
This was supposed to be Angel's breakout year, the chance to prove she's more than attitude wrapped in highlight clips. Instead, she's become the WNBA's version of a TikTok trend, all hype, quick fade, and then reduced to a punchline on the reels. Remember the milk crate challenge? That's Angel's season. It started sky high, wobbled on the way up, and now we're just watching the inevitable fall, only not nearly fast enough for the rest of us.
Reese being a leader. Outside of rebounding her own missed layups, what does Angel Reese do? What is her contribution? You tell me, because I'm not seeing it. I know I'm harsh on Angel Reese, but she considers herself a star. If you're going to call yourself a star, I expect you to perform like a star, especially in big moments. Caitlin Clark was injured. Angel Reese was the only star on the court last night. And for 20...
Don't get it twisted, people genuinely wanted Angel Reese to succeed. She entered the league as a headline machine, built-in storyline, Caitlin Clark's rival, the drama, the flair, the Bayou Barbie spectacle tailor-made for WNBA marketing. She had it all: charisma, college stardom, viral moments. But glitter fades fast when your box score couldn't intimidate a JV squad. 4 points isn't just underwhelming, it's starting to feel symbolic. Unless she's secretly performing a postmodern parody on inefficiency, this just isn't it, and fans are noticing. They tune in, check the numbers, and go, wait, that's it. Twitter isn't buzzing with admiration, it's buzzing with confusion. 4 points, again. She's swallowing rebounds like a beast, sure, but offensively she's gone missing like a left AirPod. Even her diehards are scrambling to spin the narrative, dropping threads like, you just don't get it, Angel's actually good. Please. She's struggling out here like a flip phone in 2025.
Opponents a couple of years back, before LSU smacked Iowa around in the national championship game or so, it was Angel Reese that was clapping back at Caitlin Clark once it was Caitlin Clark's turn to have her come up. And that's what made Angel Reese famous. Now, Angel Reese experienced vitriol thereafter. It was tough.
What makes this all the more glaring is that Caitlin Clark, yes, the one sidelined with an injury, is still dominating the league's conversation without even stepping on the floor. That's when it gets uncomfortable. Clark's on the bench, ankle wrapped, sipping electrolytes, casually spectating, and somehow still feels like the biggest presence in the building. Meanwhile, Angel looks like she's forgotten her own role. How do you lose the spotlight to someone not even in uniform? And that's when the whispers start. Front office chatter. Is she headed for fewer minutes? Will they arrest her for development? Basketball code for we can't say this publicly, but yikes. This isn't just a slump, it's a reckoning. The Sky didn't draft a TikTok star, they wanted a franchise cornerstone. Instead, they've got a rebound machine with a scoring allergy.
And from last night's drubbing, destruction, annihilation, cremation, whatever you want to call it, roasting, sauteed, whatever your form of cooking may be, but the Indiana Fever absolutely dismantled the Chicago.
Let's be real, teams want killers on the court, not just players with perfect lashes and motivational Instagram captions. If you're going to flex online, you'd better back it up with more than a 4 for 12 stat line and pure vibes. Even Stephen A. Smith probably sat back, polished his glasses, stared at that box score, and shouted to the heavens, 4 points. This young lady better realize fast, this isn't LSU anymore. The WNBA isn't a charity. They don't hand out all-star ballots for high-effort cardio. You don't earn minutes for memories. And right now, Angel's box scores look less like stats and more like a printing error.
And that get this, I'm tired of it. Like, here's my thing, you guys. What else? Who are these girls? Who are these girls that are hating on Caitlin Clark? Are you just combing through Twitter? What else are these women supposed to do? Fawn over her? Fangirl over her? Bend the fucking knee? Kiss the ring? Like, what do you want from them? We cannot every time the girl, 40 games, guys, she got 35 more games. We are not every single game gonna revisit and retread this same tired ass rhetoric that all these girls are hating.
And the tension keeps climbing. Every empty minute Angel spends on the floor only magnifies the scrutiny. This isn't the NCAA, it's the pros. Here, every second has to be earned. You think WNBA coaches are handing out 30 minutes just for personality? Please. The moment your efficiency dips, so does your playing time. If you're not scoring, creating, or defending with impact, you're just taking up space. Angel's not simply playing basketball anymore, she's battling for relevance in a league that chews up hype and spits it out faster than a Twitter trend.
She put a lot of time, a lot of effort into making sure her ensemble was on point. Are my boots matching my jacket? Are my gloves matching my hat? Angel Reese put in tons of time for this outfit, which begs the question, does Angel Reese put in more time in her outfit?
The stakes have shifted. This isn't about potential anymore, it's about production. Either Angel figures it out fast, or we're looking at an ESPN documentary a decade from now titled Angel Reese, the hype that never hit, complete with dramatic piano, slow-motion turnovers, and a samba narrator whispering, "What happened?" Enter Tyler Marsh, the man tasked with the impossible job of unlocking Angel like she's a hidden NBA 2K character. He's tried it all, power forward, small ball 5, even bizarre pseudo-wing roles. At this point, Marsh is probably sketching plays in hieroglyphics just to get her a bucket. But here's the truth, it doesn't matter where you slot her if she can't convert. It's like rearranging furniture in a haunted house and wondering why the ghosts won't leave. Put her under the rim, put her at half court, if she's giving you 4 points, nothing works. Chicago, we've got a problem.
Rookie year.
Wow.
Outstanding. She's like Steph Curry. She can pull up from anywhere. You understand? She has that kind of capability. Didn't win a national championship. Lost to LSU one year. We lost to South Carolina another year. But she's outstanding and clearly worthy of.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is sidelined and somehow still the centerpiece of the WNBA. She could be in a walking boot, hoisting shots from a chair, and she'd still outshine Angel in both stats and storylines. Even on her worst days, Clark finds ways to matter, dropping dimes, splashing threes, pulling defenders like gravity. And when she's healthy again, you think she'll ease back in. Not a chance. She'll return locked in. Angel, on the other hand, keeps putting up a stat line that looks more dodgeball than basketball. The crowd knows it too, you can hear it. Ball swings her way, and instead of anticipation, it's a collective groan, fans bracing for disappointment. It's like watching someone try to remember their password in front of 10,000 people. And the constant position shuffling? That's not strategy. That's musical chairs disguised as coaching, a desperate search for a spark that just isn't there.
Point, and it has nothing to do with like how she's handled herself or anything. It's just simply Caitlin Clark is so much better than Angel Reese at basketball that it doesn't feel fair.
Yeah, I think Angel Reese is struggling with the fact that Caitlin Clark is better at her best thing than she is.
Well, she's better at everything.
And
she had a triple-double. She's tied for the third most triple-doubles in WNBA history, and she's played 50 games.
Let's be honest, Angel isn't delivering, developing, or adjusting. Her impact begins and ends with rebounds, and it's getting harder to justify heavy minutes when younger, hungrier players are itching to prove themselves. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark isn't coming back to be solid. She's coming back to re-establish herself as the face of the league. And when she's dropping 20 a night again, Angel's 4-point ghost games will look even uglier. The WNBA needs players who elevate the game, not just their brand. If Angel can't find her offensive rhythm soon, she won't just be behind, she'll be forgotten. The preseason hype, the nil glow, the media buzz, it all fades fast when the box score doesn't back it up. And right now, the numbers aren't lying.
Trying to say that she should be criticized or she is wrong. What I'm saying is by pulling it down, clearly you felt there was something wrong with it. Now, yes, you are 22. Yes, you are young. And there's a lot of things that we didn't want people to know about when we were her age. Fair enough, especially me, okay? Because I'm 30 plus years removed from that age. I got that part. There was no social media then or whatever. But here's my point to you. She knows this social media. She is not dumb.
Even within the team.
Even inside the locker room, the vibe has to be tense. Imagine grinding for 10 hard minutes off the bench while Angel logs 30, offering little more than empty hustle. That's the kind of thing that kills morale. And for the front office? It's an identity crisis. They built a brand around her, and the product is tanking. She's not returning value, she's giving G League energy in a primetime slot. Fans were promised a generational rivalry, Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. Iowa versus LSU. College royalty colliding on the pro stage. What did they actually get? Caitlin dropping highlights on one good ankle while Angel sprints around the court like a Peloton instructor teaching a low-impact ride. The league sold fireworks and delivered a sparkler in the rain.
Why do you say she's going to be the Jackie Robinson of the WNBA?
Well,
it's not like she's the first white girl.
She's not the first white girl, but she's the first white superstar at the levels where she's scoring these, the threes she's shooting. She's like a Steph Curry. She's the first actual superstar that people care. When's the last time we watched?
If this keeps up, it stops being funny and starts being sad, a what could have been story. Clark is thriving while Reese is fading, and that's the perfect reminder that branding only takes you so far. Production is what sticks. The sky can't keep waiting for magic. Right now, Angel Reese isn't the player they hoped for. Until she starts putting up real numbers, she's not the solution, she's the liability. She's not a star, she's a warning label. And if nothing changes soon, she won't just be losing games, she'll be losing her place in the league. The WNBA doesn't wait. You either contribute, or you're gone. Simple as that, and if you're here for the next blooper, you know what to do. Comment, fire the baby giraffe, down below. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next one. Click the video on screen, we'll see you in the next roast.